Hey everybody, welcome to All Things Knit and Stitches. I'm Nicole, and this is where I come and talk about all the stuff I've been getting up to craft-wise. It has been quite a while since I recorded last, so I do have, a few things to show you guys today. I'm not going to go super far back with my whips, just the immediate ones I've been working on, but I do have several fully finishes to show you, a couple finishes, and one knitting project to show you guys. So, today is June 30th, 2025, and I am debating doing a mid-year whip parade to kind of go through and show you guys all of the whips that I have and, kind of talk through the progress of them. I was thinking I just wouldn't even, go through them. I would just do all of that on the video and kind of decide while I was recording, like what, if I want to keep going or what, like, my plans are, as far as that goes. So like I said, I'm debating doing that in July, and so we'll see if that comes to fruition. But for now, let's jump in to the fully finishes that I have to show you for cross stitch. So the first ones, I'm going to go back to March, and I have these two little pillows. I have this one here, and then I have this one. And so I did these. I would have done these like in March of this year and fully finished them probably right before St. Patrick's Day. So now I'll have them for next year, and they're just super small and cute, and I love the way they turned out. They are both by Country Rustic Primitives. I got them on Etsy. So this is the St. Patrick's Day, the lucky hat, which is here, and then the pillow tuck here. So yeah, love the way this turned out. It looks like I did them on just a cream 18 count Ada. 1/1. And yeah, I just finished them in these little pillows. So, love those. All right, the next one I have is this summer, the Seasonal Sampler Summer by, this is Little House Needleworks. And so there's one for each season, and it comes with all the floss. And so I started this last year, and I didn't like the house color, so I'll show you my finish here. So I started this last year, didn't like the house color. I couldn't get the white, any white to look good on this fabric. This looks like it is a, I don't write anything down for some reason, so I apologize. It's probably a 28 count Lugana. It looks like it's probably just like beige. But anyway, I could not get the white to look good because if you see, it is charted for white. It is charted for 12 grain. So I tried a bunch of different whites. I couldn't get it to look good, and so I just scrapped it. Then I was watching FlossTube. I think it was Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop. She had done this, and she changed her house to red, and so I just decided to do that. I used the same, I just used the color that was in here, which is Cherry Cobbler. And so I changed the house to the Cherry Cobbler, the door to the old blue jeans, and the windows I did with the 12 grain. So instead of like the yellow, which is in like what it's charted for. And I also had started this 1/2 because I sometimes do 1/2 on 28 or 32, and I just did not like the way it looked when I pulled it back out. So I just did, I went over what I had done because I think I had done the grass and some of the trees, and I just did the rest of it 2/2. So it's a little bit like fuller. But I love the way this turned out. This is just I believe this is like a 4x6 frame. It fits in here perfectly. So I'm excited to do the rest of these as well. So, all right. And then, okay, so going back to spring, I have this Hello Spring, sorry for the glare, from Primrose Cottage. And I had done this a couple years ago and just never finished it. This is on 25 count white Lugana with all the called for colors. And because this is like an odd shape, I love these floating frames. Like I have another one back here with a project in it. And so I just sprayed the edges and then I just center it as best as I can in the frame. And so it kind of just hides that it's not perfectly, it doesn't perfectly fit inside the frame. So, but I love this. I love the bright colors on the white. It looks really good. And so I did the summer one the same way. It's a little bigger. So this is also by Primrose Cottage, Hello Summer. And sorry, I'm trying to keep it from having too much glare, but same thing. I love the bright colors. This is also on 25 count white. This might be 28 count. But anyway, all the called for. Again, I did this a couple years ago and just never finished it. And so I love these frames. I think they were, when I bought them, they were buy one, get one half off. So they're always good to have. And then a couple more from Primrose. So we have the May 9 patch. I love all of these. They're just really quick. I love the grid. So she has a 9 patch for every month. And so this is May. And it looks really good with the spring. So I had those displayed together because the colors are similar. I got these frames. I think these are 4x4 off of Amazon. I got a 2-pack of these. And so love that. This is also called for on 25 count. And then this is August, which is bees. And all of Primrose Cottage bees match. So all the colors are the same, the threads, all on white. And so I have open shelves in my kitchen that when it's not, like right now it's all 4th of July, but most of the year it is bees. And so I've been working on some cross stitch things to add to that. And so I love this. And another, this is from Amazon. Again, there's a 2-pack of these. It fits in there perfect. So I can't wait to do more of these 9 patches. Okay. So that is all the fully finishes that I have. So I have a couple of finishes. The first one is, this is a free pattern on Instagram, I believe, by Sweet Wing Studio this year. I think she did it on Inauguration Day, so in January. And so I just finished it a couple weeks ago. Really simple. I can't remember if I used the charted colors or not, but it's just a brown, blue, red, and a white. And so I just pulled colors, and not sure if I'm gonna frame it or just make it into a long, like, skinny pillow. But anyway, I really like that, so I wanted to do that. And I can't show you the picture because there wasn't, but if you go to her Instagram, you can probably find it. Okay, the next one is, I finished one of these summer trio. I did the one in the middle. This is Hello Summer. And I used all of the called for colors except, so here's all the colors. And I'm keeping them together because my plan is to do the other 2, but I don't know if I'll do them this year or not. And I did everything except, well, let me show you the piece. So here's the piece. And this is on 25 count white. And I changed the white color, which is these little pieces like right here. It was supposed to be light khaki, and I didn't think it showed up, so I changed it to cattail, and it's got a little bit more variegation. It's still like pretty ghosty, but it shows up a little bit. And then this blue down here was supposed to be deep fennel, and I didn't have that, so I changed it to 503 DMC. But I love this, and I love the size of it. It's a little bigger than the picture, but I think it's gonna be really cute because I have a really long kitchen table, and I have a big long like dough bowl, and I thought these would be really cute because they're so big to like have those in there just down the middle, because I have like I change it out, but I have different things. Like right now it's just like full of like stars and of different color and stuff for 4th of July, but I thought these would be cute. Or just, I may frame it, I don't know, but I was gonna wait and do the other two first, I think. Okay, so then okay, so this is like a finish and a whip, kind of, sort of. Okay, so last year I did, so this is the Grand Old Flag 2 set. And last year I did this one, and I did most of this one. So I finished this one this year. So here is the first one. And then here's the flag. So I finished this year. I just had that bottom stripe to do. And then I started working on this third one right here. And I actually, sorry, I have it in a hoop. So, okay, so here is a start. And I actually like messed up here on the, like I think I missed a square. So I have to like pull it all out. At least like, at least these, I think these top two like red pieces, I need to pull all that out in the blue and see if I can fix that. But I just kind of was like, I didn't feel like dealing with it at the time, so I just put it aside and moved on to something else. And now, since the 4th of July is this weekend, I probably will just put this away until next year and won't work on it anymore, because I'm kind of over patriotic stitching. So one day I'll get these 3 pillows done, but at least I got some progress this year and started on another one. And this is on 32 count cappuccino by Fiber on a Whim, and so it is 1/2. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure, let me see, they're called for colors. So it's 22, 30, 23, and tartan plaid is the blue. So I'm doing 22, the 30, 23, and then the blue is 930. So I'm just using DMC for all of it. Okay, sorry, hopefully I'm not moving the table around too much. Okay, so next whip. Okay, so this is a freebie. Let's see if I find the cover page. Samplers and Stitches. So this little pillows this summer. And so I just started in the middle and I'm doing summer, and then I will do the rest. And this is it's 1/2. I do not know what this fabric is, but it's quite a bit of colors. Like here's all of the floss. So it is quite a bit of different colors, but it's super pretty. So here's all the colors. So I'm going to try to keep working on that. And this is from 2021. So yeah, if you just search for this on their site or on Instagram, you can probably find it. And I don't know what this fabric is. It looks like it's probably 32 count, some kind of just cream linen. I don't know. It was something I probably just had a scrap of in my stash. So, okay. Next up, we have, okay. So next up we have this. Now I got this a couple years ago in Denver at the stitching shop, and it was a kit with the floss and the buttons. And this is by Little House Needleworks. And I had started this and done most of the bird and a bunch of the letters, and then when I got back around, it didn't match up, so I had done something wrong with the bird. I didn't like the fabric I had it on, so I just decided to start it over, and this is where I'm at right now. So I've almost finished the bird, and I was gonna come across on the bottom of the birdhouse and start working on the letters or do the outline of the birdhouse and then go from there. But this is 25 count, like a just, I don't know what it's called. It's not natural, maybe it is, but it's a 25 count Lugana, and it's you see it has like little specks in it. So I really like this. I use this for a lot of stuff, and it's very it's easy to get because they just sell packs of it in Hobby Lobby. And it came with this beanstalk and these buttons. So the beanstalk silk and then the buttons. And so just another little sampler that I've just been working on. Okay, next up I started on this. This is by Little House Needleworks as well, and this is the Monochromatic Seasons, and I've had this for a while. I saw these done in the Tinsmith's Wife in Comfort, Texas on perforated paper, and they were really pretty. That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing them on fabric, but it made me pull the trigger on them. So sorry about the shaking. I'm currently working on the summer, and I am using this call for color is Chesapeake Bay, and that's what I'm using. And I'm doing it again on that same fabric, the 25 count. Let me take this out. So I have done across the top, and I got to the house, and so I'm gonna work on the house. And so that's where I'm at. Sorry I didn't iron it, but I've been working on these, so they've just been in the hoop. But I really love the color and the fabric. So okay, so this last whip is something I've been working on pretty much nonstop, trying to get it finished. This is the Necessities sampler by Little House Needleworks, and I pulled this out of my stash. I've had it for a while, all kitted up. I and I just decided that I wanted to get it done, and I've loved working on it. And so I'm almost finished. I just have the bottom to do. And so here is where I'm at. And sorry it's not ironed, but I love this so much. I love the way it's turning out. This is a piece of 28 count Lugana that I dyed myself. I love the color. I love the floss colors on this. And so I am super excited. Hopefully get this done in the next, hopefully tonight. Sit down and work on it and get it finished up, and then hopefully get it framed. I haven't checked, so I'm not sure like the size, but hopefully I can find something either at the store or I can order online that will look good. So love this. Love it so much. Okay, so the last thing I have to show is just some haul. Oh, and I have my knitting project. So first of all, I wanted to show this. I ordered this from Sherry at Colorado Cross Stitcher. I got an email and it had these, I think this is one of the new ones because she's recharting all of these or re-releasing them. So I really like this. I for some reason I love like samplers and letters and stuff, so I got this. I pulled some floss, so I just have to find some fabric and get that going. Okay, so then we went up to Salt Lake City. I went up with my husband for work, and I was really sad because this is probably one of the last times I'm gonna go up there, or that he's going for work, because that is going to a different area. And so I definitely had to go to Shepherd's Bush. And so while I was in Shepherd's Bush, I got not a bunch of stuff, but I got a lot of stuff. So okay, so first up, I had already had this pattern right here. I picked it up, I think, at the Tinsmith's Wife earlier this year when we were down there, and I loved it so much. But I didn't have any of the floss or the fabric, so I got all of that kitted up. So I got all of the floss, and I got this piece of Vintage Country Mocha to do that 32 count because I wanted the barn that's white. I wanted it to show up really well. It calls for 36 count Stars Hollow Blend. But yeah, I picked this. We threw the colors on there and decided on this. So that is for John and Abigail. Okay, and then I also, they had this done on the wall. And so I picked this up and got a piece of Up in the Attic 32 count and this Lancaster red to do this. I think it calls for Up in the Attic, and it calls for Aztec red, but I just picked a red that I liked. Okay, I also picked this up. They had this done as well, and I think I took a picture of the back because they had written down what they used because I really like their sample. But I had the stuff, it's in my phone, but I have the like floss color and fabric or something similar, so I just picked up the pattern. They had this as well, Forget Me Not, and they had done it on a cream, and I loved their sampler, so I got stuff to do that as well. So here's all the floss, and this is their, I think they did all of the called for, and I picked up Mushroom Lugana, 28 count, and then here's all the colors. I think they use the same colors, they just changed the fabric, but their sample was really pretty. And then I grabbed, so I had this already, The Winter Is Past by Blackbird, but I wanted to get all of the the fabric and the floss. And so I did that. And it calls for oaken, which they didn't have a big enough piece. So I just decided to do it on this Vintage Country Mocha 32 count. And then I got all the floss. And so here is all of that. And so I think that's going to look like really good. I can't wait to start that. So I got that. And also one of their samples I loved, so pick this up. Bushel and a Peck by Pineberry Lane. I got all the floss, and I got a piece of, oh, this is actually was already cut for it, so this is 32 count, and it is, I'm not sure, this, it says Lakeside Linen Vintage Meadow, so I don't know if that's what this is, but they have this a lot where they just have it already cut for like the way they did it. So loved that. I need to keep all this together. Okay, and then I already had this Hannah's Brownstone, and I love this pattern, the flowers and that house with the bricks. This is so like gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure I got this, I have all the floss at the Tinsmith's Wife. Again, we went down there earlier this year. It's just outside of San Antonio. So we go down to San Antonio quite a bit. And they are the nicest people. If you ever have a chance to go into the Tinsmith's Wife, I think it's like 40 minutes outside of San Antonio. It is so worth it to go out there. It's in this cute little town. It's an amazing store that has cross stitch, needlepoint, and knitting supplies. And they're just amazing to talk to, and you know, you can just be in there for hours. But anyway, so I had the floss and the pattern, and I wanted the fabric, so I picked, it calls for summer khaki, and I picked this Wren 36 count. So that's really, really pretty. It's gonna look so good, that yellow house with the bricks. And then I just grabbed a bunch of fabric because they have these like cut already. So this is 32 count platinum because that's like a really good neutral. This is fog, 28 count fog. And sand, 28 count sand. And then they did have a piece of oaken, which I love this color. It didn't, they didn't have one big enough for that. Winter's passed, but I love this color, so I wanted to get it and do something on it. Okay, so that is all the cross stitch I have for today. And I'm just gonna show you the one knitting whip that I've been working on. I have been working on something else, but it's kind of a secret, so I can't show it. But I did, a couple weeks ago, cast on this t-shirt pattern, and this is the Alma tee, and here is the cover photo. It's hard to see, it's just a simple tee, and then it has this like detail. I love the construction because you knit the sleeves. There's no extra, because usually you will put the sleeves on hold, and then when you're done knitting the body, you come back and knit the sleeves. You don't do that. You knit the sleeves, and then you cast off, and then you continue knitting the body. So I am somewhere in the body. I just need to, you know, get it down to the length and then do the border, and I'll be done. And so this is where I am at. And so yeah, this is the front. And I love this. I love the color. This was just something I had in stash. And it's probably not something I would wear in the dead of summer, because here in Texas it is like today it's 100 degrees. But I think this will be really nice in the fall, because you don't wear, I mean, does get cold in like February, but I think this will be really good in the fall into winter, and then into or in spring. And so yeah. So the sleeves, like I said, the sleeves are done. You knit those when you're doing this raglan, and then you just cast off the sleeves, and then you continue doing the body. So like I said, I'm, you know, a little ways down on the body, and I just have to measure that and just keep going. It's like endless stockinette knitting right now. So it's really good for, I took it on the plane when we went to Salt Lake City last week and got a bunch of that done. I got it to the point where it was under the sleeves or under the underarms, and so I got that done. And then I will show you this. This is another one of her patterns, a different tee. It has these like dot texture details. So I'm thinking about casting this on and working on that. And I think I'm gonna use this, which is vintage, and it is a like a worsted weight like blend. I haven't decided yet. I've been trying to pull stuff out of my stash, so I'm not buying, because I have so much yarn, and so I'm trying to just use what I have. But that's what I was thinking of. So just trying to make a couple of cute tees. I do have a couple sweater projects like ongoing that once these are done, I might pull out to see if I can get those done. But being here in Texas, it's more like the short sleeve or like something thin. But I do want to make more clothing and stuff. So anyway, that is all that I have to show you guys today. Like I said, I may do a mid-year review of all of my cross stitch, and honestly, I may do that for knitting too, because I need to go through all of my projects and kind of figure out where I'm at, and if I want to keep going or if I want to scrap any of them, and get the needles back, and you know, all the materials and stuff, because some of them have been there for months, years. You know how it is if you're a crafter. So you start things and you get very like passionate about doing them, and then you see something else shiny and new and you move on to that. But yeah, so hopefully in July I will be able to record those 2 videos and go through all my whips. And then I'm going to try to come back on a more regular schedule. We're not going to be doing as much traveling, and so I will be home a little bit more. And I got Luna over here. She's been hanging out. They've been pretty good. Walter is over here. So they are always hanging out with me, and they've been enjoying the pool this summer. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great 4th of July next weekend, and I hope you get some stitching in or some crafting, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.